How's it going? I'm Jared Gillis. Welcome to another All About RVs. Today, I want to give you 5 tips to being a better RVer. I mean, who doesn't want to be a better RVer? So today I've compiled a list of 5 things that I think up that RVing game. Things that I think help us enjoy the RVing experience more and for other people around us to enjoy the RVing experience even more too. So it's beneficial for us and for other people RVing around us. And I think a lot of RVers are doing the majority of this list, but if you're new to RVing, these might really help you out. The first thing that I have on my list is I try and leave a site better than when we found it, at least as good as when we came in. When we leave a site and I'm walking around the RV and the truck, I'm looking to make sure everything's hooked up properly and we didn't leave any gear behind, but I'm also looking for any trash that maybe we accidentally left behind or something that we need to fix before we leave, so it's good or better for the next person that's going to be coming into that site. So that goes for campgrounds, boondocking, being off-grid, whatever that site looks like. I always want to leave it better than when we got there. I think people appreciate that. I know I appreciate it when we get there. There's not a bunch of trash in the fire pit. It's nice to be able to get to a site and just be able to set up and enjoy it. If we do have to do any cleanup, I try and do that in the beginning so that way we get rid of the trash right away. If there's any landmines from animals that were there before, we get those out of there too and we can enjoy the site. There are public lands that are out there that have been shut down to camping that were once available because people didn't take care of it. They trashed it. They just weren't RVing well in that area. So it's a shame to see that. So if we take care of these areas, more areas are available to us as RVers. Now the second one on our list is the placement of the sewer hose. When I'm setting up and tearing down our campsite in a campground that has full hookups, I try and be really intentional with where I put and how I handle the sewer hose. I want to be as sanitary as I possibly can for my family and for the people that are going to use the site next. So I'm not going to put it on the picnic table. That picnic table is going to be for people gathering around and using, not for a sewer hose. I also don't want to put it over the electric pedestal. Actually, when I remove it from the RV, I lift the hose up, leaving it connected to the sewer drain, letting everything drain out there. And then put the caps on and put it away. I think this one's really important, and that's why a lot of people put covers on the picnic table when you get there, because you never know what happened on top of that picnic table before you got there. But if we keep it cleaner and don't put sewer hoses on the picnic table, it's just going to be better for everybody. And along that same line of thought is I don't take my sewer hose and put it up to the hose bib to flush everything out, because there's going to be splashing and you don't want to get that on the hose bib. Somebody's going to be coming along next and hooking up their fresh water hose attachment for their RV. So usually when I get to a site, I will turn on the water, try and flush that out before I connect my hose. It's just one more thing that I do to try and keep it sanitary for my family. Now, the next thing on our list is being considerate with noise. So this has to do with generators and music, quiet hours. We usually try and observe all those so that we're not frustrating the people that might be RVing around us. That's the thing with RVs, is a lot of them have single pane windows, really thin walls, and sound just travels right into them. So observing those quiet hours, not being crazy loud, and not running that generator for hours and hours on end all the way through the night. So taking a break for those and letting people get some peace and quiet out there RVing is just really kind and considerate for other RVers. The flip side of this is not to be too picky. We camped next to a family where they apologized for their kids making noise outside, and it really wasn't bad at all. You could just hear the kids outside having a good time. I love to see families getting out and enjoying it. So I don't want to be too picky with noise, and I want to see people out there enjoying it, but we also want to be considerate when it's time to quiet down at night. Now this one, depending on how things are situated or the way the campground is built and designed, you have to walk the long way around to get to the trash can or the bathrooms. But taking that long way around is the courteous thing to do rather than walking through somebody else's space, through somebody else's site. This goes along with the same line of thought that if you're going out there boondocking or off-grid camping, you don't want to park right next to somebody else. Give people their space and have that little bit of a bubble of your own personal space. Don't camp too close to somebody when you're out there boondocking. Sometimes you have to search a little bit longer to find your own space that works for you and is not too close to somebody else. Now the last one on our list is with animals, and I love animals. I love dogs, but we ran into a situation where the neighboring RV, the dog had access to our site. It was peeing on our stuff. When we were getting ready to leave, I was packing everything up. It actually came over and bit me. It really wasn't a huge deal, but it's best practice to keep your dog out of other people's sites. So by doing all these things, I think it can really up your RVing game. It can make you a better RVer for you, for your family, for other people around you, to make the experience enjoyable for them and for people coming after you, so that areas don't get closed down. We leave sites better than we found them. So I think doing this list will make you a better RVer. The great thing is I see a ton of RVers out there already practicing these things. So I think that's going to do it for today. If you guys have a comment that you want to leave down below that you can encourage somebody to up their RVing game or to RV better, leave that down in the comments. I tried this not to be a rant, but to encourage people to RV better. So I'd love to hear some of those comments down below. So like I said, that's going to do it. If you guys like this video, give it a thumbs up. If you want to see more videos about RVing, hit that subscribe button. And if we don't see you on the road, hopefully we will. See you next video. This is me trying to train my wife's cat, our cat, how to be more like a dog. It's not going well.
Hey, Mobrick, you want the stick? Come on, fetch. Go get the stick. Go get the stick.